Grandchamps is a Haitian restaurant located at 197 Patchen Avenue. We prioritize the Bed-Stuy community and the Haitian community in all of the decisions that we make as a business. The people are really passionate about building community, supporting community, and even with all of the changes that have been happening around here, Bed-Stuy is a really special place. And we've adopted a lot of what people want around here as part of our mission, creating a space where more people could feel like they could be themselves, bringing artists into our space, providing space for free community events, employing our young Black youth who live in the community, make this a really safe and inclusive space for them. This year we've taken that a step further by providing them with therapists. We want to be a part of their growth as well and give them the power and the courage to just lean into themselves and do more of what they really want to do the way they want to do it. I think small businesses play a really important role in contributing to their community. We are in a position where we really engage with people who live here, so we have a pulse on their needs. They often feel safe with us to share. That's a gift, and we shouldn't take that for granted. And we should use what we learn from our community to get them better resources, to support them better. We also learned more about like the struggles of some of our neighbors and have been able to connect various consumers to support each other on whatever they need outside of like what we actually do, which is food. And that's been like such a magical thing to watch and witness, to see how we could have this influence, a really direct influence on people's lives. It helped during like that very strange transitional period where we didn't know what was happening and what was going to happen. And we also knew that we couldn't wait for anyone to save us. I was hyper focused on keeping all of the businesses I love alive, like not just myself. And I saw that we were in a way benefiting from the fact that people were home. And so we weren't as much in need as some of the other businesses that we were working with. And it wasn't like the time to be greedy either. The one thing that I'll say that has been consistent is that sense, that passion for community and the people who live here, even with the new neighbors. I think people move here because they want that. And so they invest themselves into keeping that. And the other thing that I think I've built more of an awareness of is just how many Black-owned businesses there actually are in Bed-Stuy. I mean, there are so many. And if consumers and residents understood that even more than they do right now, they would understand that Bed-Stuy is like an economic powerhouse in a way. Like if we just really applied ourselves, if the community just committed itself to really spending money here, that like this would just be like an economy that grows in the midst of a pandemic in an astronomical way, and it would be very Black. There's so much diversity in Blackness. Everybody has a different Black experience. Everybody has a different story and how they got there, and that's all really important. And being a Black woman is really hard. We're so used to it, and we don't always recognize how hard our lives are at times. Like the experience is something that like we're just not really talking about, like the range of these experiences that we have over the course of our entire life. Like to get to where we are, it's so much work. And you layer COVID on top of that, you layer Black Lives Matter on top of that, all the pressures of society that's really coming at you. Being able to own a business is a privilege. And those of us that have it really need to figure out how we can give that to someone else. And we have an opportunity right now to leverage on all of the hard work that has happened over decades. And people have been fighting for this. I would argue that we're in a position to win, and we should see it that way. You do it with your heart, obviously. No one should give anything that they don't want to give, but give what you want, but give.